Get your wallets ready, get ready to rip, roar, and jump and jive, because Apple is poised for a 20% jump as iPhone 15 will drive a mini supercycle. Get your wallets ready, get ready to rip, roar, and jump and jive, because Apple is poised for a 20% jump as iPhone 15 will drive a mini supercycle. Give me a break. Right? Give me a break here. The only reason that I take that stance on Apple is because if we look at this phone, an iPhone 13 Pro Max versus an iPhone 14 versus an iPhone 10 versus an iPhone 15, which is going to come out soon, they're all the same thing. How many times have you been so stoked? I know I've had this, right? I spent $1,000 to get myself a brand new phone. I'm so stoked. It comes in the mail. I can't wait to rip open the packaging, right? And I get it and I'm like, oh, look at this shiny new phone. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's more better. It's got a little bit more computing power. Oh, its screen moves at 16 frames per second instead of 8 frames per second, right? The differences are so microscopically better, but overall, the whole thing is way better. No, that's not what's happening. We both know that. You rip open the iPhone and then you see, oh, it's the same as my old one. Oh. And then you just have that feeling of, oh, well, okay, here's my new phone for the next 2 years, right? I'm not stoked about this new iPhone. And I think most investors, most people who are buying iPhones are also feeling that way. There's nothing special about these iPhones. And there probably won't be any groundbreaking new information or new things that come out on this iPhone, just like there hasn't been for the last 10 iPhones. They're all going to be practically the same. So when someone comes through and says, Apple's poised for a 20% jump as iPhone 15 will drive a mini supercycle, I don't know about you, but it sounds like a little bit of pump and dump action, right? A little bit of, hey, we have some Apple shares to sell, and it's definitely time for us to sell them. Because the market's not doing so hot. Right, the new iPhone 15 will spark a 20% upside for the Apple stock. Give me a break. Apple customers are likely to upgrade despite even a $100 price hike, right? Yeah, I'm not likely to upgrade. I've been through this enough times, and let me know in the comments if you have too. I've been through this enough times where I'm conditioned to know exactly what's going to happen. They're going to have microscopically more computing power, microscopically better display, and microscopically better, I don't know, phone signal or, internet signal or something that actually matters. And then they're gonna tout that every other iPhone before this is garbage. Everything before this is useless. And it's like, oh, come on now. We're over this. Oh, I'm glad that pulled up. They don't even give you a power cable anymore. Or a brick. They don't give. They're like, this phone's so good it doesn't even need a brick. It can just charge just by holding in your hand. That would actually be a pretty cool advancement. But we both know that that's not going to happen. Apple doesn't innovate. Apple just incrementally makes things better, right? Once a generation, they'll come up with something cool like a phone, and then they'll modify it slightly and make it an iPad, and they'll modify that slightly and make it an Apple Watch, and that's about it. Let's be realistic here. That's about it. Let's go to the comments and see what people are saying about it, right? Apple's poised to jump 20%. Let's see. Apple stock struggles. Release the supercycle narrative. Right? iPhone 15 would be the best and fastest iPhone ever. How many times have we heard that, right? Biggest sell-off of the year is coming. The news right before the October sell-off. Oh, sure. Because we all know the iPhone 15's groundbreaking feature will be a slightly better camera, and it's going to revolutionize our lives. Yeah, everybody gets it now. Nobody is excited about this. I was even that guy who used to turn into the Apple events. I used to be that nerd who would just sit there and be like, oh yeah, what's coming out this? Oh, the camera is 12% better. I can't believe it. I was that guy. But going out to the OVLYR data real quick, we can see that Apple still has a buy rating. And, that's 3 buy ratings in a row today. So the market may definitely be in a recovering spot. And I am very, very, very encouraged for you to check out OVLYR.com and get this data. That way you've got your hands on it. Start trading with AI today. Go to OVLYR.com to see why Outliers win.